attack. Recover the intelligence. It's vital for our true mode. Yes, my lord. We will destroy anything that gets in our way. We need time for the true mode to rise. Time we will give you. We are entering the complex now. My lord, what are your orders?
You need to recover the intelligence, Bernie K. Nothing is more important at this time.
I will not fail you, my lord. Knowledge is power.
We need to wipe out the Necron threat. The intelligence is key. This planet will be yours.
Hi, welcome to BFS Wargaming. It's Patrick here with Andrew. So today we are going to be doing a kill team campaign. So the campaign is a little bit different. So what's going to happen is we're going to play 4 games, and after the 4 games, we're then going to play a 40k, 2,000 point 40k battle. So what's going to happen is each of the 4 kill team games is going to affect the 40k battle. So basically we're going to be the kill teams behind the scenes, changing that battle and doing things. So we'll go into the first one. What we'll do is we'll link all of the games below, so each one will have the links to the other games in the campaign. So the first one we're going to do is going to be Recover Intelligence, but it's going to be slightly different. We're going to majorly simplify that mission, and we've got 2 doors, one over here, one over here. So our teams are going to start from there, and they're going to have to get to the middle, and there's a blue screen here where the intelligence is on. Once you get to the blue screen, you're going to download it, and then the model who downloaded it is going to get a marker, and then they have to leave. Should we say it's going to download on a 4+, so you've got a 50-50 chance for it to download. Otherwise, you've got to wait there till the next turn, and that action is then to download. You can't download it if it's a readied or shaken model. So it means that you're going to have to use a sort of action to actually try and download that. And then we'll go into the kill teams. Okay, so I think that's fairly self-explanatory. Basically, get to the middle, get the intelligence, get back out of you have to get back out of where your door is. So we'll go into the kill teams. Do you want to start with yours?
Okay, yeah, sure. Well, I expect to pronounce the names.
Yeah. You've got to pronounce the names correctly, yeah.
Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so I've got a sorcerer who's my leader. He's called Berenike Nkosi.
Okay.
Did I pronounce that?
Sounds a bit like, almost like African, like a Swahili name.
Yeah, they're all sort of Egyptian, African, all that sort of area. Every single name of these, they all mean things, but I can't remember what they mean.
Oh, okay.
I think one of those means ruler or leader or something, so
Okay.
it's that simple with my name.
Yeah.
So next one, I've got a root marine with a flamer and an icon of flame. He's called Atan Bast.
Okay.
One of those words definitely means flame. I think the other word means sun.
Sunflame.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Cool.
I've got a root marine with a soul reaper cannon. He's called Arti Seka, or Sika, or
Yeah.
how do you pronounce that?
Seka, I'd say.
Yeah, I've got a root marine with an Inferno bolt gun. He's called Shai Petby.
Okay.
Then I've got a twist bray. He's just called Jabbar, which is a much easier name to pronounce.
That is easier.
Yeah, he's just got Zangor blades, and he's my zealot.
Okay.
I've got a second Zangor, who's called Donkor.
Yeah.
He's a med. No, sorry, not in this one. Oh no, sorry, Donkor. He's not a medic. I've put that wrong.
Yeah.
I've also got a Zangor with a horn, who's called Montu.
Nice.
I think that's it. Yeah, that's all of them.
And he's comms.
Yeah, he's the comms. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Cool. So obviously, Andrew's playing Thousand Suns.
And the Warp Flames Demolitions.
Nice.
Got to say that.
And did you Google these names or did you get them out of the book? Googled these names.
Googled.
That's cool. So he's got that extra effort. I've just taken some out of the book. So I've got Tesla Immortal, who's called Ramatek Starkiller. He is my leader. I've got a Deathmark, who is a sniper. He's called Xanatek the All-Seeing, because you know he's got to see everything if he's a sniper. And then we've got Tesnet the Relentless, who is another immortal with Tesla, and he is the comms. And then we have a flayed one. So my flayed ones don't have names because they don't deserve them because they're very sick creatures. Okay, so they've got numbers. So this is flayed one number 1, and he's a zealot. And then I've got 2, 3, 4, and 5 who aren't anything. They're just in the fire team.
Just numbers.
Just numbers. They don't deserve names. Okay, so yeah, with the FAQ. So this is after the FAQ. The Tesla weapons always proc on 6 now. So that means you can't get them any lower, but that means that they always will work. So it's sort of good and sort of bad. It's got pros and cons. I suppose if you're taking loads of tests, it would be good. But yeah, so that's one of the rules from the FAQ. Did you get any FAQ rules that you know of?
Didn't mention Thousand Suns at all.
Okay, so
There's nothing in there for them.
Looks like Thousand Suns are all good. So what we'll do is we'll go in to start rolling for strategic advantage and then start setting up. Obviously you can see the board set up. We'll roll off a strategic advantage and then to choose deployment zones and start deploying. Okay, so we're rolling off for strategic advantage. So it's 2d6, see who gets the highest. So Necrons get a 7, Thousand Suns get a 5, so Necrons get strategic advantage. Okay, so the Necrons have deployed here. We've got 2 flayed ones and the flayed one zealot, and then the leader over there. Now on this side we have the 2 flayed ones, the sniper and the comms guy. So they're going to make a dash for this central post here, where we can then download the intelligence and get it out. Over here we have
We've got a Root Marine with a Soul Reaper cannon, a Zangor, who's a comm specialist with a horn, a Sorcerer with a Warp Flame pistol, a Root Marine Demolitions with a Warp Flamer, just a normal Zangor, and a Twist Spray, who's like the Zangor leader, with who's a Zealot, and then just a normal Root Marine.
Okay, cool. Just to, because I don't think I mentioned it in the pre-game chat, how this game is actually going to affect the 40k end game is that you're going to get, if you get the intelligence out, you get 4 extra command points. Obviously, if no one gets the intelligence out, then no one gets any command points. So there's 4 command points in it for this campaign. So it's going to be could be a pretty big swing. So what we're going to do is going to roll off for the initiative phase. So it's 2d6. So I've got 8. And Andrew gets 6, so that means Necrons go first. Okay, so we've advanced the leader, the zealot, and 2 flayed ones up this side, and then we've done the same down this side. We advanced the comms guy, the sniper Deathmark, and the 2 flayed ones up this way, trying to head towards that central point.
Yeah, so 3 people advance up that way, and everyone over here advance as well.
So the sorcerer's down this end.
Yep.
So we're going to go into the psychic phase, which I think he might be able to get some Cybolt. Okay, so the sorcerer is going to smite this flayed one, which is my zealot, which I'm not very happy about. I should have moved one of the normal flayed ones in the way.
Right.
So
Don't want Perils of the Warp, because could kill everyone on my team.
come on, Perils. No,
Oh,
it's
it
a
goes
6,
off, I
it
think,
goes
is it?
off.
Yeah.
D3.
Yeah, just good.
2, so it's just 1 injury roll.
Yep. Well, I should probably roll that. So just flesh wound.
It's a flesh wound. Whew. Hopefully he'll reanimate later. Okay, so the leader is going to take a shot at the sorcerer. So he's -1 because he advanced, -1, or +1 because he advanced, +1 because he is obscured, +1 because of half range, is out of half range. So he'd be hitting on 6s normally, but I'm going to spend a command point to get +1 to hit. So a 6 will be Tesla, and a 5 will be a hit. So see what we get. No hits. Okay, because of the way the board's set up, that's all the shooting done. So there's no charges, fighting, morale, or anything like that needs to be done. So we're going to go into turn 2, and we're going to go for the roll for turn 2. So for the initiative. So I get 6, and Andrew gets a 4. So Necrons go first again. Okay, Necron movement phase. So the Necron Immortal moved up, the comms guy, and the Death Mark stayed still. These two flayed ones just moved around the corner. These flayed ones and the flayed one Zealot moved up, and the Zealot advanced, and then the leader just readied himself there. So we are going to go into the Thousand Suns movement phase, turn 2. Okay, Thousand Suns movement phase.
Okay, so the Exalted Sorcerer, Aspiring Sorcerer advances there, so he can get a decent shot off and psychic powers on those guys. Sorry, Cannon guy moved to the corner just so he can actually shoot something. Comms guy has moved out in front just so he can still support him with his comms, but hopefully try and block some charges. Over here, all these guys advanced, so my Twist Spray Zealot has moved on to the objective intelligence point, whatever we're calling it. And the Zangor, Bolter guy, and Demolition's Flame have all just advanced to there.
Nice. So we're going to go into the shooting phase.
Psychic phase?
No, we're not. We're going to go into the psychic phase because I forget that
So,
Thousand Suns cheat.
Might as well do it now. So
yeah.
He's Cybolting that guy. 7 goes
Goes off.
D3 wounds.
Not that I think D3 matters because...
No, so just injury roll.
Yeah. Because it would matter if it was more than 1 wound.
That's out of action.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He did! Okay, so we're shooting with the readied Death Mark into this Thousand Suns guy with a bolter. I'm using Assured Disintegration, which means I can re-roll hit rolls. I'm in rapid fire range, and he's not obscured, so there's no minus to hit, so I'll be hitting on 3s.
Is he dead?
Both hit. No, because he's got a mortal wound on the 6s for the wound roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it's toughness, strength 4, toughness 4. So we're wounding on 4s. So we got 1 wound.
Yep.
No minus. And
minus. What's the damage?
Just 1 damage.
So 2 up because it was +1 from
Yep.
What's it called?
Can't believe they still get that. That's cheaty.
Lovely, isn't it?
Okay, so it's a save. We'll move on to the next readied model, which will be this, my leader firing down into the guy with the big gun. So we'll use the command point to get +1 to hit, and it's out of half range and he's obscured, so it's -1, it's -2, so it's 5s, but +1 to hit is 4s. So I'm hitting on 4s. So it's 1 hit, and it's strength 5, toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. So it's a wound, no AP, 1 damage, so it's 2 up save. Okay, saved. I think I'm going to find it a little bit hard against Thousand Suns. Maybe I should have bought some Gauss. Okay, we'll see who's going to fire next. Okay, so my Immortal here is going to shoot the Flamer at the back. He's going to use his comms thing on himself, so he gets +1. So he's out of half range and he's obscured, so it would be hitting on 5s, but it will be 4s because he's using his +1. No hits.
Uses comms. Is it +1 or is it -1?
+1 to hit. So the Soul Reaper guy here is going to shoot down the leader, which will be obscured.
Yep, he's out of half range.
So
Should be. It's not, yeah.
So he's out of half range and obscured, so that's -1, it's -2, but he's using the comms. So he hits on 3s normally.
Yeah, hits on 3s normally.
So it's -2 because of out of half range and obscurity, but you're given comms as +1, so it'll be hitting on 4s.
So Cannon's got 4 shots.
Oh, we're missing one. There it is. So 3.
Oh yeah, I should mention I don't get -1 for heavy because it's part of their not a movable automated. No, all this dust, they don't get the -1 modified hit rolls for moving, shooting heavy weapons. So
Okay, great.
that's why I'm hitting on 4s rather than 5s.
Yep. So 2 hits.
Strength is 5.
Toughness is 4.
3s. 1 wound.
1 wound.
AP -3. Damage 1.
AP -3, so that's a 6-up save. Oh.
Injury roll.
Injury roll.
Ah.
And I reanimate.
Goes to the firing source, going to shoot flamer at them. I'm using 1 command point and a Hungering Water Flame, which lets me roll 2 dice for the amount of hits and pick the highest.
He's going to split fire.
Yep. So I'm just going to put 3 hits on each one of the
Yep.
guys there. It's only strength 3. Are you strength 4, those guys?
Toughness 4, yeah.
That's 4. So 5s for the first guy in front. That's 1.
Any AP?
AP is -2.
Lovely. So 6s. No.
Injury roll. Flesh wound.
Okay. And the second guy?
Second guy. It's 5s, we say? Yeah.
Yep.
So it's 1. AP -2 again.
So 6 up. No.
Injury roll.
This is +1. Okay, yeah, so he did. Okay, so that was the end of the shooting phase. Necrons have now lost 2 flayed ones. One of them was Zealot. There's no morale to take, and there was no charges. So we're going to go into Andrew's going to try and retrieve morale. So on a 4+, he takes it.
Ah.
Should I say retrieve the morale?
I thought I wasn't really listening.
Trying to retrieve the intelligence. So he didn't get it this turn, so he can wait there till next turn to try and have another go. So we're going to go into turn 3. So we'll go in for the roll-off for the initiative. So Necrons get a 7, and Thousand Suns get an 8. So Thousand Suns to go first.
Right, so Sorcerer just moved slightly to the right there. The Sorry Cannon guy has readied. Comms guy has just sat there and done nothing. The Twist Bray's moved off the intelligence and charged into these guys. The Zangor's done the same thing. The Warp Flamer's moved up there. And the Root Marine with the Bolt has moved on to the point. That's it.
Okay, we're going to Necron's movement. Okay, so we're going to attempt to charge the flayed one into the Sorcerer. He is going to Overwatch.
That's the amount of hits.
So he gets 5 hits.
3, 4, need to get one more die. Winning on 5s.
Yep.
3.
3 wounds, -2, so there's 3 6-ups. None.
Injury roll. It's 2 + 1 is 3, which is just the flesh wound, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, so it's another flesh wound, so he's on 2. And I'll do the roll to see if he gets in. On a 6, yeah, he does. Okay, so we advanced the leader round to here, so he's not in line of sight of that big gun. We charged in on here, as you saw. We readied the sniper, Death Mark. Obviously, them 2 got charged, so they couldn't do anything, and then we moved up the Tesla Immortal. So we're going to go into the shooting phase. I lied. We're going into the psychic phase, as Andrew keeps reminding me. So it's going to smite here, or side bolt.
Yep, just
goes off on a 5. 5 for 3 mortal wounds. Injury roll.
4. Plus 2, doesn't that resurrect?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah.
Does it reanimate?
No, I wouldn't have thought so, because it's
Okay.
the other way, isn't it?
No, it's up, isn't it? Because it's +1 is worse for you normally, because it's pushing you more towards out of action.
Does it work? Does +2 work? Hang on, we're just going to check some rules. Okay, so reanimates on an unmodified roll of a 6, so he wouldn't reanimate, so he is dead. So now we'll go into the shooting phase, because basically
He can be shot.
this Sorcerer has killed everyone. No one else in this game so far, or on turn 3, has done anything. So basically, Andrew could have just bought this sorcerer.
Yeah, save myself some points.
That is how OP the psychic phase is in Kill Team.
Just wait for the commanders to come out with the sorcerers.
Exactly. Mind you, that will probably even it out because there'll be more sorcerers.
Yeah, more sorcerers for me as well.
Yeah, true.
With my powers.
Okay, we'll go into the shooting phase. Okay, so I am playing this Mind Shackle Scarab. So basically, I'm doing it on the Flamer. If I can roll on 2d6 higher than his leadership, which is 7, I can then use his weapon to make an attack with. So I'm going to do the roll now. An 8. He does it, so I get to use his Flamer. We'll go into that. Okay, so we're using the Warp Flamer to fire into this Ruben Marine here. It's D6 shots, so D6, so for 3 shots, automatically hit. So it's wounding on 4s because it's strength 4, toughness 4. So 2 wounds, so that's 2 up saves because it's only 1 damage. Oh, but it's -2.
It's -2, so I'm using his invulnerable save, which is 5+. I'm adding the 1 to that for a 4+ invulnerable.
Oh wow, you can add to the invulnerable as well.
Yep.
So it's 2 4-ups, and he fails both.
All the ones.
Okay, so injury roll for a 1. Do I command point that with my last command point?
I think you should.
Yeah, I'm going to command point it.
To put a wound there. Yeah, so
He's dead. Okay, so now because Andrew's ready model can't see anyone, we're going to go into the death mark shooting at the Flamer. So we're going to give him +1 from the comms. So he's hitting on 3s. So let's see what we get. Double 1.
nice.
That's not what we wanted. So we'll go into the next one.
Right, so he's firing at him. He's using the Hungering Warflame. So 3.
3. You're shooting at the Immortal, yeah?
Yeah, the Immortal.
Yeah. So strength 4,
Strength
toughness
is 4.
4.
He has 4, but it's really his demolitions, isn't he? Which gives him.
It's only 2 obscured.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Have they got any decent tactics? Or?
They might have.
Yeah, that's it. So using the second one for that, which add 1 to wound.
Okay, just for anything.
Yeah. Add 1 to wound rolls for the model's ranged weapons.
Oh, awesome.
So it's
3s.
Yeah, 3s. Oh, good.
Wow. -2, yeah?
-2.
So 5 ups.
Ooh.
Oh, 1 goes through.
Just flesh wound.
Flesh wound. Do you want to command point it? Could get 6.
I might as well.
So what
Can't get worse than a 1. Down to 2.
4. He's dead. Okay, so this Immortal is shooting to the Sorcerer. He gets -1 because he advanced, so he's going to be hitting on 4s. 1 hit. And then we're going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength 5. Yep, 1 wound. So 2 up save.
3 up save. He hasn't got all of dust.
Ah.
Oh, so he's wounded.
And he's wounded. So injury roll. Oh, I haven't got any command points left. I really needed him to die. Okay. So he takes a flesh wound. I think that's everyone that can shoot. So
he can shoot.
Oh, sorry. He can shoot. You're right. Should we go into that then?
Didn't shoot with that, way.
No, you just overwatched with it, didn't you?
Yeah. Can't use Hungry Warflame again. Oh. Just 1 hit.
1 hit.
5s. Nothing.
No wound. Okay, so we're going to go into the fight phase.
He's going to be that guy against that guy.
Okay, quickly just going to mention on my sniper, I completely forgot reroll 1s. It's the first time I've used a sniper, and I rolled 2 1s. And also, Andrew forgot his Icon of Flame on his Warp Flamer guy, which he'd rolled a 6 and given mortal wound in the psychic phase. So there are 2 things we forgot. I was just going to give you the update because obviously they're both pretty big things. But yeah, we'll try and make sure we remember them for the rest of the game. Go on.
Right, so the Twistbray Zealot is going to fight him. He's got 2 attacks. +1 for his Zangor Blades, which gives him 3 attacks.
+1 for being a zealot.
Oh yeah, plus one thing is he's got 4 attacks, and that's plus 1 strength as well. He's also using the Killing Frenzy tactic, which means if he rolls a 6+, he makes an additional attack.
Wow.
So 4 attacks, which are hitting on 3s.
No 6s.
All right, I suppose.
So 2 hits.
2 hits. He's strength 4 plus 1 from the zealot thing, so he's strength 5.
So 3s.
So just 1.
Any AP?
I think there's 1 AP on these. But we have, yeah, just 1 AP.
Okay, so 5 up. Nope.
Injury roll.
So 6.
Oh.
Have you got any command points left?
I do have 1.
Do you want to try?
Yeah, I will.
Another 6.
This one I don't want. The one time I don't want to roll 6s.
He reanimates.
So he's normally got 1 attack. He's got 2 attacks with his angle blades. Hits on 3s. 1 hit. Wounds on 4s, I think. So he doesn't get any wounds.
No wounds. Okay, so we're going to do the fight back. Okay, these are just normal flayed ones. So we're going to do the attack back into the twist spray. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s for 2 hits. And then, is he toughness 4?
Oh yeah, toughness 4.
Yep, so wounding on 4s, but re-rolling because they're flayed ones. Okay, so just the 1 wound.
Got 1 down. Oh no, it doesn't matter with these guys. 6+. Look at that, actually, you might be a 5+. Sorry, 5+ and vulnerable.
Oh. Okay, he's saved. Next one. So in the same little cluster at the other Zangor. So 3 hits, wound on 4s. So 3 wounds. If you roll 3 5s up, that's no. So wound roll. A 3. So flesh wound.
Which one is this on?
The normal Zangor. Okay, so that is the end of the turn.
What about morale?
Is there any morale?
We've got to do something with the injury rolls, haven't we?
We're going to have a look in a second. Okay, so morale. Andrew did just take morale, but when we actually looked, I don't think they could have failed. Well,
no.
The sorcerer couldn't have, and Zangor's.
Well, he would have rolled a 6, then he would have got -1 for the guy next to him, so he could have.
Yeah, he couldn't have failed either. So we're going to go into turn 4, and this is we're going to go to the initiative phase. So Necrons roll a 5 and a 5. So re-roll a 3 and a 7. So 1,000 Suns to go first.
Okay, over here the sorcerer's just readied. The comms guy's moved up there. Sorry, the cannon's moved up behind him. Back here, the twist spray's dropped out of combat to try and take the point. The warp flame is readied, and he stayed in combat.
Okay, we're going to go into the Necron's movement phase. Okay, the Necron movement phase. We've moved up the leader around this side so he can't be seen by the big gun or the cheaty sorcerer, but he can see that Zangor. And then this guy has charged into the twist spray to contest the intelligence point and have a fight. This flayed one didn't do anything. My death mark has charged into this Zangor for 2 reasons. One, to get another attack on the Zangor, but also so this warp flamer can't shoot me because it's going to kill me otherwise. So I've had to get very, very tactical to stop Andrew just wiping me off the board. So let's hope that pays off. We'll go into the psychic phase, but you can't psych me, can you?
He's got his Icon of Flame though.
Ah, okay, yes.
So if I roll a 6, one
Yep, so we're going to psychic phase.
Come on, 6. Oh.
Yes!
Oh, I can command point back there.
You could. You've got 2 command points.
I will.
He's going to use a command point.
Come on, 6. Ah.
No. Andrew's cheating. Okay, so we're going to the shooting phase. Okay, after all this, the only person who can shoot is my leader because of all of the tactics. We're going to call it tactics. Other people might say running away, hiding, whatever you want, but let's call it tactics.
Coward.
Okay, so cowardice. Oh, he's called me a coward. Okay, so we're going to go shoot into the Zangor. He's obscured, but I've used +1 to make him obscured. We couldn't really see if it was obscured or not because it was hard to get down to the eye level. But so it's 3s and 6s is Tesla. So 2 hits and then wounding on 3s for 1 wound.
5 invulnerable.
And he saves. That's not what we wanted because
That's
I'm getting cornered now.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into the charge phase. I did all the charging. So we'll start off with the flayed one. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. So 2 hits. And then wounded on 4s. Start re-rolling. So 2 wounds.
5 up.
So 1 goes through. And injury roll. So 3. Do I use a command point?
No.
Yep, I'm going to use a command point. He's dead.
It's cheating.
So that is uncontested. And I'm going to consolidate just to make sure that I am in range. So now we're going to go into the death mark, who has 1 attack, hitting on 3s. Do I get to re-roll? I'm pretty sure the sniper only gets to re-roll 1s in the shooting phase. We're just going to check it, but I'm pretty sure.
2 attacks, hit on 3s.
Okay, 2 attacks hitting on 3s from the Zangor. Who are you going into?
Oh, wow, that's a good question.
By the way, the sniper doesn't re-roll 1s in the fight phase, it's just the shooting phase. So into the flayed one.
Yeah, flayed one. I don't want to hit Necron. That's 1.
1 hit.
4s.
Is it -1?
-1.
So 5s. Oh, no.
Injury roll. 2.
Takes a flesh wound.
I'm going to re-roll.
It's going to re-roll for a command point. And he
Hate
reanimates!
Necrons.
Okay, so we're going to go into the fight back from that flayed one, as that's the last thing to fight. So hitting on 3s, all hit, wounding on 4s, re-rolling. That's 3 wounds.
5 ups. 1 goes
You
through.
thought you'd done it then. Okay, injury roll. He already has a flesh wound, so he's dead, isn't he?
Huh? 2 flesh wounds?
No, because it's +1, isn't it? Because he's already got 1.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So he's dead.
Did you make yourself up then?
No. So
This is going badly very quickly.
that's all of the Zangors. Well, 2 of the Zangors gone. Still 1 over there. So we're going to check morale and we'll come back. Okay, so the Sorcerer does actually need to take a test because if he rolls a 6, because there's 3 out of action, it will be a 9. That means he will be shaken. I've got my fingers crossed. Andrew has rolled a few 6s today, so I can reanimate. So let's hope he can roll another one. So we're going to go into the roll.
This is like the only time where rolling 6 is bad for me.
Okay, he is fine. So that, I don't need to take any because I have no flesh wounds.
Like you all got to either die or reanimate.
Yeah.
Bastards.
I'll do a roll for the intelligence. See if I can get it on the 4 up. I don't, on a 2. So we're going to go roll to see who goes first. So the initiative, I got 7. And it gets a 7. Oh, 8.
Yeah, beat that.
Oh, another 7. Okay, Thousand Suns go first. And we'll go into the movement phase.
So over here, these 2 guys just moved up to try and shoot at the coward. Over here, the flame is readied, and the sorcerer has come through the door here to try and take the point.
Okay, so we're going to Necron's movement.
It's my Overwatch here, so...
So I'm doing a charge with this flame one into the sorcerer, so he's going to flame me.
The number of hits is 2.
2, it's not the 6 that you predicted.
Might command point reroll that.
Okay.
Yes, I will. Go and get a 1. Ooh, that's a 6 I
That's
predicted.
the 6 he predicted.
Right, I need 3, so he's winning on 5s. So only 2.
2 wounds, -2, aren't they?
Yep.
So I need 2 6s to save. No. Nada.
Roll. 2. So flesh wound.
Flesh wound. And then he's going to get in because he can't fail. Okay, so this flame one is going to charge the flamer. Might be a silly idea. So 2 hits. He's got 1 command point left.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to use it. No, I've already used it, haven't I? It's Overwatch the same phase, isn't it?
Oh yes, it would be the same phase. Yes, it's my
so
movement
just
phase.
2. This one's strength 4 though, so winning on 4s. Just 1. AP -2.
So 6 up save. I've done no saves, 0.
Injury roll. 4 out of action.
He's dead. Oh dear.
That's the way to do it.
Okay, so movement. My leader's just tucked in here, so the big gun can't see him, but you can still see the Zangor. As you saw, my poor flayed one died to Overwatch here. This one got in, but took a flesh wound, and my sniper readied. I'm not giving him much hope in surviving the flamer, because Andrew has the initiative, so he's going to go first. But we've still got the psychic phase first, so I'm just imagining, does the Icon of Flame go first, or does the...
Icon of Flame says at the start of the psychic phase.
Okay, so the Icon of Flame is first.
So on a 6. Ooh.
No.
So his Cybolt's gone against him. Yep.
Goes off.
D3. Just 1, which doesn't really make much difference.
Injury roll, so basically 3 up. Oh, he reanimates.
Gets rid of his flesh wound.
Lovely.
It's not what I wanted.
Okay, perfect. So it's
Help
just
me
what I wanted. So we're going to go into the shooting phase. Go on.
Yep, so he's going to be shooting at him. He's using Hungering Warflame to roll the 2 dice and take the highest. So it's 5 hits.
5 shots. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Strength 4, so winning on 4s. That's decent.
It's 4.
4 at -2.
So that's 4 5 ups. You ready for this? Because I haven't saved anything all game. 4.
Oh, nearly.
Oh,
Injury roll.
that was so close.
Oh,
2. Taking a flesh wound. Oh dear. Okay, so in that case, he actually fires back. So 2 dice. He's -1 to hit because of the flesh wound. But I'm going to spend a command point to give him +1 to hit for the Necron tactic. So I'm hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Didn't need to re-roll 1s. So wounding on 4s.
I guess so.
And a 6 is a mortal wound. So
You just roll the injury from
I just might as well just roll the injury roll, mightn't I? Because it wouldn't matter about the rest of them. So injury roll. Oh, I've got 1 command point left. Do I use it? I need to get rid of the flamer. I'm going to use it. Oh, okay. It was worth a go. Definitely. Okay, so we're going to work out who's to go next.
I think you should get minus being a coward.
No. Okay, so this guy is going to shoot into Zangor because he can't see him because of my crafty hiding. Andrew's calling it cowardice, I'm calling it tactics. Okay, so there's no minuses, so it's just normal hitting on 3s and 6s is Tesla. So it's 2 hits, no Tesla. Wounding on 3s. So 1 wound, it's 5 up and 1.
Oh, yeah, saved.
Oh, he didn't save. Okay, so injury roll. 6.
Oh, he reanimates.
No, he doesn't reanimate because he's not a Necron. Okay, so interesting shooting phase there. We're going to go into the fight phase. Okay, so the flayed one is going to attack the sorcerer. We're going to try and get him. So we're hitting on 3s for 2 hits. We're going to be wounding on 4s, but we're re-rolling because of flayed ones. So we've got 1 wound, so 3 up.
Yep, 3 up.
So 2. It's an injury roll. Oh, no. I haven't got a command point. I can't re-roll.
Good.
I really needed to get rid of him. Oh dear. And he's contesting the point, so I can't even try and get it. So, we're going to work out morale.
Okay, Sorcerer's fighting back. 2 attacks, hit on 3s with his 4 stave. That's 2 hits. He is strength +2, which puts on 6. So 3s. 2 wounds. That is AP -1.
So 5 ups. Nope.
Right, so D3 damage. Do I just take the highest damage?
we'll roll and then we'll work it out.
Oh crap! 3 wounds.
It's 4 wounds technically.
Yeah,
We'll just work this out.
Just roll.
Okay, so it actually, because both the attacks went through for the D3 damage, we're going to re-roll because he should only roll 1 rather than 2 for the D3 damage. So we're going to go for 1 roll. So it's 2. So he has to roll 2 injury rolls and he has to take the highest, which could work in the Necron's favour. It doesn't, so it's just a flesh wound. So then we'll go into the break tests and morale. Okay, so we're going to go into the break test, which has to be done first before the nerve tests. So Andrew's going to go first because he had the initiative. So he needs to get under an 8 with 2d6.
Ah, I'm broken.
He's broken. So then I'll go. I've got to get under a 10. Is it a 10 or under? Let's see.
It has to be greater than, so you need 11.
Yeah. So I get an 8, so I'm not broken, which is nice. So we're going to the nerve tests.
Roll a...
Okay, so the sorcerer
4 or under.
needs a 4 or under.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he is shaken.
That's good.
He passes his morale.
He needs a 5.
5 or under?
Is it 5 or is it 3? Hold on, 3. Sorry, 3 or under. So he's leadership 7.
Yeah, 3 or under. Yeah, you're right.
So he's
whatever
it's called.
Shaken.
Whatever that token is, I think.
Yep, he's shaken. And then this guy over here, same.
Yep. He's fine because that's 7.
Yep. He's fine. And a 1 is always a pass anyway. Okay, so we're going to go into the Necron nerve tests. Flayed one, we need, so basically I need a 6 to be broken.
Oh, 10, that's cheating.
So first one is a 6.
That's good.
Flayed one is shaken. So you can...
So he can't contest the point.
No, so you can actually try and retrieve the intelligence at the end. And then the death mark, he is fine. So we're going to go into the roll for the initiative.
Shall I roll for the point?
Oh, so he's going to roll for the point.
Yep.
See if he gets intelligence.
Yeah!
He does. So we'll use a token in a second for that. And then we'll just roll for the initiative. So I get 7.
Change it though.
And Andrew gets a 5. So Necrons to go first. Okay, so I did just forget. We have to roll to see if the game goes on because that was the end of turn 4. So if Andrew rolls a 3 or above, then the game goes on. The game does go on, so we're fine. So yeah, so Necron's movement phase. Okay, Necron movement. He is readied. Flayed one shaken, and the death mark is readied.
Okay, the sorcerer's retreat have fallen back to there.
With his intelligence.
Yep, and the sorry mechanics just dropped back there. He's playing him his own game.
So he's running away.
Game of cat and mouse. Bunch of cowards. A lot of them there.
And then the other one is obviously shaken. So we're going to go into the psychic phase. He can't. Can he use the icon of flame if he's shaken?
That's a good question. I don't know if it's like a thing or not.
Well, we'll check that. But you're choosing not to use the Cybolt, or are you?
I don't want to use Cybolt because that guy's got a flesh wound. I reckon if I hit him, I'll either peril thwart myself or resurrect him.
Yeah. So he's decided that the risk is too much, especially when he's got the intelligence.
Yeah. All I have to do is run away.
Yeah. He's just got to make it through that door. Did you advance him?
No, you can't advance me. You fall back.
Oh, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will check the icon of flame, but if not, then we will go into the shooting phase. Okay, with the icon of flame, it doesn't say whether it can or can't, but it's sort of, me and Andrew have read it and we've taken it as something that has to happen, whether, you know, it's not something necessarily that someone is triggering, it's just something that happens at the beginning of each psychic phase because he has it, so he's going to still do it. To be honest, he doesn't really want to for the same reasons as we said before, but we're going to go for it anyway. So on a 6, it doesn't matter because he rolled a 3. So we'll go into the shooting phase. Okay, so the death mark is going to go into the flamer. So he's going to use the tactic to get +1 to hit because he's got a -1 anyway. So it's going to be hitting on 3s. Yep. And then wounding on 4s. So 1 wound, it's 2 ups to save because of just 6 anyway. Okay, there's nothing else can shoot because he can't shoot because he can't see, and he can't shoot because he can't see. So that means we go into, and there's no charges, so we're going to go into the break test again.
I'm already broken, so.
You're already broken, so I've got to see if I break. I don't. So let's just work out some nerve tests.
Can't be shaken.
So we're going to do Sorcerer first?
Yep, so I need to, it's 4, so I need to roll. If it's a 5, he's broken, but it's 4, it's 8, so he's fine.
Yep. So you need 4 or below.
Yep. You roll. Yep, so
Yep.
Sorcerer, 4 below, he's fine.
Oh, I really needed him to be shaken out early on.
Him, I need 3 or below. So he's shaken again.
He's shaken.
And him, I need 3 or below.
It'll be 2, no.
Oh, yeah, he's shaken, so 4. Yeah, 2 or below.
Yeah, it'll be 2
Either
or
way, he's
below.
shaken.
Because he's an extra person that's shaken,
Shaken.
and then adds on to that, so he's then shaken.
Everybody's shaken.
So, I'll go with the flayed one. He needs a 5 or below.
Good.
Did I have a I think I used my command points. He's shaken. Death mark. He's shaken.
Yeah, because +1.
Because +1. And my leader, he's okay.
He's
shaken.
Well, I say he's a coward, so I think he's been shaken.
Are they all
the time.
shaken?
Everyone's shaken, apart from my
Oh
sorcerer.
no, he doesn't need to take one.
Doesn't
So
he?
I'm not broken and he's not got a flesh wound.
Oh, okay. Fair
So it's just these 2 are shaken, my leader is fine. Okay, we'll go into the initiative phase. Oh no, we've got to see if it goes on. So I'll roll on a 4+, it goes on. That is the end of the game. So we'll come back with a little post-game chat. Okay, with the campaign, at the end of the game, you have to do the casualties roll. So on a D6, 1 to 3,
They recover.
They
and
recover.
4 to 6 out of action.
and 4 to 6 are out of action. So
I'll start my
sorcerer.
So he's recovered. So I'll leave him there so I don't.
Yeah,
On him, he's out of action.
yeah.
And he hasn't got a flesh wound, so that's all my
He
guys.
hasn't got a flesh wound, so flayed one. He's out of action. And death mark, he's out of action. Or did they reanimate? Okay.
It better not.
And he hasn't got a flesh wound, so he doesn't need to. So we're going to go
D10s
into the rolls for everyone, but we'll come back to that.
that way.
So we're now doing the casualty rolls for the 1,000 Suns.
Yep,
so
so-
we're going to start off with the Flamer.
Yep, flavor. So he is 5, which is full
Recovered.
recovery.
So it's a 1 is dead, 2 is convalescing, 3 is recovered, and
9 is hard knocks.
9 is hard knocks. So,
So next guy, fully recovered.
fully recovered,
Next guy,
fully
fully
recovered.
recovered.
Next
guy.
angle.
Fully recovered.
Oh no, he gets, it was a 9.
Was that 9? Oh,
Yeah.
Experience wherever
He
it
gets
was. Hard knocks.
experience.
Next guy, fully recovered. That
Lovely.
went quite well.
Now I'm going to go, so we'll do the death mark, fully recovered, the comms guy, what's a 0? That's a 10, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah,
No,
0 is
it's
10,
fine.
so
I
that
still have
means
D10. That's
he
hard
gets experience. The zealot
knocks. Oh,
gets experience. Normal flayed one, 2.
that's convalescing. I think he's got missed the next game. I think that means.
Okay, and then a 4, fully recovered. And a 1, he's dead. Flayed one's completely dead. He's out. That's number 4. Flayed one number 4's gone. And flayed one number 5 is,
They're basically reanimating, aren't they?
he's getting some experience. Right, so we're going to work all that out. Okay, post-game chat and a little roundup of everything that's happened so far in the campaign. So, as you saw, it ended up, we were both pretty broken. And, well, Andrew's actually broken, but both 2 of my guys were shaken, and it was probably the right time to finish it before we all died. He got the intelligence halfway out, but didn't get it all the way out, so no one's going to get the 4 command points for the 2,000 point battle of 40k. And we're going to go into what happened with the roles for people, casualty roles. So basically one of my fade ones died, and a couple of my specialists gained experience from Hard Knocks, which was my my zealot and my comms guy. Everyone sort of gained some experience from just surviving from the specialists. I think that was basically all they had to do. And yeah, one of my fade ones died and one of them can't be used in the next round, so my kill team either may change or I've got on the rest of my roster I've got more flayed ones. I've got one Necron warrior, I've got 2 other death marks and another immortal. So I'll have to look to see what we're going to take in the next game. What happened on your side, Andrew?
Yeah, so I had a few people get experience points, pretty much. Leaders got 2 experience. My flame specialist has got demolition specialist got 2 points. Most of the rest of the guys in fire teams just got 1 point because obviously we didn't look at the rules for campaigns before we played.
Yeah.
If we did, we'd probably be playing a bit more.
Well, I actually did get 2 points for my fire team because if one of your fire team consists of anyone from the same data sheet that isn't a specialist, so my flayed ones would have been my fire team, as well as your Zangors would have been, and then your
Fortunately with me,
fire teams.
Yeah, fortunately with me, it's mostly my sorcerer and my flamer who did all the damage. Who are both specialists. So he's the leader, he's demolition.
So I did get an extra point. So they are up to 2, but that doesn't actually move them up a level. So they're not actually really gaining anything from that yet.
Yeah, I was lucky though that my zealot, this guy here, actually got 3 points. So he's actually a level 2 zealot now, which means I get another ability, and I've chosen the flagellant, which gives not flatulence. Yeah. The flagellant, which gives him it's feel no pain on 6+.
Which is
nice and
really,
simple to
really
remember.
nice, yeah.
Really useful, so.
Yeah, so because also if you use a tactic from your specialist, you actually gain an experience point for it, which is pretty cool, which Andrew did use a couple of tactics, so he got a bit ahead there. But with my rolls, I got Hard Knocks, so we're sort of even apart from the Zealot, which went a bit further ahead.
The Zealot, he was lucky, he got Hard Knocks, he used a tactic, and he's a specialist who got a point from that.
So that was really good. So we're going to basically rounding up. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. At the beginning, you had done a lot of damage with your sorcerer, and I was like, oh no, I'm going to lose this badly. But I managed to pull it back, got in there with some flayed ones, killed a couple of Zangors, and then I used Mind Shackle Scabs to take out your Rubric Marine. Because the trouble is as well, because he all 1 damage, he's saving on 2s, it's very hard to kill any of the Rubric Marines. But yeah, it's great fun. So we're going to move into the next mission. So yeah, we're going to set that up and see what happens. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one.